stop being the problem solver and become a strategic leader. Have you ever noticed that the most dependable woman in the office is not always the one who gets promoted? She is the person everyone calls when something goes wrong. The deadlines are missed, the client is unhappy, the presentation needs to be fixed, the team member is struggling, and somehow she always manages to solve it. Everyone depends on her. Her manager trusts her. All colleagues appreciate her. Yet, when the strategic leadership opportunity opens up, someone else gets selected. Why? This is where I would like to share my client story. Julie was intelligent, hardworking, and extremely dependable. Whenever there was a problem, her manager would say, "Give this to Julie. She will handle it." At first, she felt proud. Being needed made her feel valuable. So she began taking responsibilities for everything. When her team struggled, she completed the work herself. When the colleagues missed the deadlines, she recovered them. When the client complained, she immediately stepped in with some solution. Everyone says that she is the problem solver in the office. And Julie believed that they were seeing her as a future leader. A senior leadership role opened up in the organization. She felt confident that she would be the one considered. After all, she was the problem solver that everyone depended on. But the promotion went to another manager. During her feedback conversation, the senior leadership said something that stayed with her deeper. "You know what, Julie? You are excellent at managing problems, but you need to be seen as someone who is creating direction." The sentence changed everything because solving problems is valuable. But strategic leadership is not only about fixing what is happening today. It is about seeing what needs to be changed for tomorrow. Hi everyone, I'm Sapna Menon, an image coach, and I help professionals build their image inside out. And in this channel, we don't just talk about professional tips. We help you change your self image so that the respect and value and authority comes to you naturally to transform who you are into that version of yourself who gets results effortlessly. Julie's biggest challenge was not her workload, it was the identity deep within. Every time she considered delegating, she worried that people might think she is not proactive or she is not supportive. She did not simply have a problem solving habit, she had built a problem solver's identity. And that identity was keeping her trapped in execution. Many corporate women experience this. They have been appreciated for being dependable, responsible, and helpful. But strategic leadership requires a different self image. You must begin creating value through clarity, direction, and their decision. After a few sessions, Julie started changing one decision. Instead of asking, "How can I solve this?" she started asking, "What does the situation need from me as a leader?" And here are the four shifts that helped her move from a problem solver to the strategic leader. Stop rescuing immediately when someone brings a problem. Do not automatically say, "I'll handle it." Just pause and ask, "What have you already tried?" Or, "What do you recommend? What support do you need from me?" Leadership is not about becoming the answer to everyone's question. It's about building people who can think and take ownership. So every problem you solve for someone else, it is just removing the opportunity for you to grow. Look for the pattern. The problem solver focuses on immediate issues. The strategic leaders asks why the same issue keeps happening. Instead of only asking, "How do I fix this delay project?" Why don't you ask that, "Why is our project repeatedly getting delayed? Is this a planning issue or a communication issue or is it an ownership issue?" Leaders do not only put out fires, they improve the system that keeps creating those fires. The third step is definitely connect the problem to the business impact. Before giving the solution, ask, "How does this affect the customer? What is the impact on revenue, time, or even team performance?" What should we prioritize? This changes the way you speak in meeting. Instead of saying, we completed the presentation, you just say, this presentation will help the leadership team decide which opportunity deserves investment. First sentence communicates accurately. The second communicates strategic understanding. Now here's the fourth step for me. Create direction, not just dependence. Julie stopped doing everything herself. She began giving her team clear outcomes, decisions, boundaries, and accountabilities. Instead of saying, send everything to me before you proceed, she started saying, you can make the decisions within these guidelines. Bring it to me only if there is a risk. That is what strategic leaders do. They do not become the center of every decision. They create capable people for stronger systems. This one shift requires internal authority. So you cannot behave like a strategic leader without continuing to see yourself only as a hardworking employee. You must see yourself as a leader. You must begin seeing yourself as someone who can be trusted to think ahead. Someone whose value comes not only from the efforts, but also from the judgment. Someone who does not have to carry everything to remain important. In a few days, another meeting, and Julie spoke about patterns, risks, and future opportunities. She recommended the direction. She explained the business impact, and she stopped over explaining. That day, Julie did not just work harder than others. She showed up from a different identity. Eventually, she received the leadership opportunity she has been preparing for. Remember, your organization may depend on you as a problem solver, but still overlook you as a strategic leader. Do not confuse being constantly needed with being leadership ready. Your next level will not come from personally solving others' problems. It comes from seeing future, thinking bigger, and helping others become more capable. So the next time someone brings you a problem, don't immediately get into the answering mode. Think like a strategic leader and notice the questions you really have to ask. Because your promotion will not come from being a problem solver, it will come from being a strategic leader. Share this with your friend who is a hard worker and not a strategic leader. And subscribe for more such content.